Don't let them use you! You hear me?
An extraterrestrial species hailing from the depths of space establishes colonies on Earth, deploying millions of people from various nations to toil in mines on distant planets. Those remaining on Earth are subjected to control through implanted tracking chips and the presence of enormous alien robots encircling city perimeters. "Don't let them manipulate you," echoes through the streets of Chicago in 2019 as the city grapples with martial law following a widespread alien onslaught targeting major cities worldwide. Amidst the chaos, the Drummond family, a father, mother, and their 2 sons, struggles to escape the city, only to find all routes blocked as the narrative unfolds. A police officer halts their car at one of the exits, but the father accelerates, smashing through the blockade and darting into an exit tunnel. As they're confronted by aliens blocking the tunnel, the father halts the car, stunned by the unexpected obstacle. Despite his wife's pleas to retreat, a mysterious pulse immobilizes both adults in the front seats. The children, bewildered, witness an unfathomable creature looming before the car's hood. 9 years later, the world, having capitulated without resistance to the invaders, is under complete alien control. Vital operations such as power plants have been restored globally. Referred to as legislators, the aliens dictate all laws and regulations. Since Earth's surrender, humans have been coerced into constructing subterranean living spaces, termed closed zones, exclusively accessible to high-ranking human officials. The invasion primarily targets Earth's resources, leading to significant social stratification. The affluent, collaborating with the aliens, enjoy privileges, while the impoverished lack basic guarantees like education and healthcare. Lawlessness prevails, and the deportation of undesirables has commenced. With communication lines blocked, people remain unaware of life beyond their locales. Despite this, a resistance emerges, planning an assault on the closed zone in Chicago, which ultimately fails, leaving the rebels' fate uncertain. Despite police assurances of the rebels' elimination, tensions persist 9 years after the failed Chicago uprising. Detective William Mulligan scrutinizes video footage from Gabriel's apartment, whose brother, Rafe, a posthumous hero of the resistance, perished in the rebellion. Gabriel follows his routine, then shares a forbidden video with his girlfriend, taken on the restricted side of the lake. She, however, refuses to entertain notions of change, urging Gabriel not to concoct impossibilities in their lives. Gabe steps out of his house to find his friend, who has repaired a boat for their escape from the city tonight. However, Gabe reminds him of the constant surveillance they're under. Meanwhile, Mulligan pursues newspapers and spots an ad for the Phoenix fire suppression system. Intrigued, he visits his old friend Jane, now managing a brothel adorned with the Phoenix emblem. Inside, he encounters the police chief, greeted warmly by Jane. Mulligan receives a gift box, a customary gesture from the Dons. Back at the station, Mulligan shares his discovery. Phoenix is real and gearing up for something significant in the new world. Masters insists, but his partner remains skeptical about anyone surviving the last purge. Meanwhile, in the subway, 2 resistance members convene upon realizing that the newspaper advertisement is a battle readiness directive from their leader, known as First. First reveals intel about an entrance to the zone via the stadium, coinciding with an upcoming Unity Festival attended by high-ranking aliens. Infiltration is their next step. The following day, Gabe proceeds to work, navigating the recognition system mandated by the identifier chip implanted in every individual. Working at a data restoration center, he sifts through countless private videos and browser history requests, forwarding the collective data to the central information hub before destroying the carriers. After work, his colleague discreetly passes him a cigarette containing an unknown substance, which Gabe conceals behind his ear. Gabe steps outside amongst a throng of fellow workers and witnesses guards seizing and escorting away a woman. Simultaneously, an alien transport ship ferries another group of individuals off as slaves for the alien mines. Giant alien robots loom around the city perimeter, deterring escape attempts. Gabe approaches the boat, but is alarmed by the weapon in his friend's possession. Realizing the dire consequences if caught, their altercation is abruptly halted by Mulligan's arrival, who directs Gabe to get into his car. Mulligan, once partners with Gabe's father, implores him not to repeat his brother's mistakes and urges him to make the right choice. Gabriel, unaware of Phoenix and unwilling to betray his comrades, remains tight-lipped during the conversation. Instead, he proceeds to meet the individual he's supposed to sell the mysterious cigarette to. However, the potential client unexpectedly forces Gabriel into his van and secures him with special collars designed to disrupt tracking chip signals. They drive to the heart of a ravaged district, where a surviving building awaits Gabe, reunites with his brother, Rafe, in a moment of joy. Rafe reveals he's the sole survivor from their group, having had his chip removed by the craftsman and joining a new faction. He accepts the cigarette and hands Gabe a substantial sum, urging him to flee because Phoenix plans to strike back against the invaders. The brothers debate the necessity of uprising, but Rafe is resolute in the fight against oppression. Hurriedly, Gabriel packs his belongings, urging his girlfriend to join him. She tries to dissuade him, cautioning against implicating themselves, especially with Rafe's survival and the money involved. Unbeknownst to them, their conversation is monitored by the police. Gabe departs alone, only to be confronted. Mulligan pursues Gabriel, who flees and seeks refuge in underground passages, donning the remaining collar to evade detection by the alien drones. Back at the station, Mulligan dedicates a room to Phoenix, suspecting Rafe's survival. Rafe's carrier pigeon delivers crucial information, triggering a chain leading to a secret IP center where Phoenix's target is identified. An official with access to the closed zone. The newspapers swiftly publish Phoenix's announcement, rallying the group members to action. Utilizing a radio, one member broadcasts a coded signal, heard by a man walking his dog. The dog's bark alerts a mechanic girl, who rushes to her car. They converge at an underground clinic, where a doctor removes tracking chips, replacing them with chips harvested from deceased individuals, ensuring their recognition as law-abiding citizens. Special containers are distributed, to be kept in their mouths for the same purpose. Meanwhile, a priest within the resistance coordinates with Rafe, and together they procure invisible explosive material from an arms dealer, provided by a girl who salvaged it from a crashed alien ship. This material, if affixed to an organic carrier like skin or hair, evades detection by scanners. The resistance group assembles, and the leader distributes containers with new chips, revealing the target via a photo. Poison capsules are also distributed, intended to prevent capture alive by the enemy. At the festival, the group discreetly attaches the invisible alien explosive to an official who mingles with arriving aliens. When the explosives detonate, chaos ensues, prompting an immediate citywide lockdown and police mobilization to apprehend the attackers. Tragically, the priest is the first casualty, falling to gunfire. Rafe's capture by an alien prompts his comrades to mount a rescue operation, culminating in the destruction of the alien threat. However, their escape attempt is short-lived, as hunter warriors from another world are deployed by the aliens to track them down. Enraged, the legislators prepare to obliterate the district where the rebels are believed to be hiding, according to their intelligence. As the resistance headquarters is compromised, Mulligan attempts to sway the police chief from reporting to the aliens, pleading for time to apprehend the suspects. However, his efforts are futile, as the decision has already been made, disregarding his search efforts. Raids ensue in the city, leading to Gabriel's capture. Meanwhile, his brother and two comrades narrowly make it to the station and board buses just moments before the chips from law-abiding citizens expire. However, their escape is short-lived, as the buses are intercepted by the hunters. Realizing capture is inevitable, one of the group members ingests the poison capsule, while the mechanic girl valiantly attacks a hunter, but meets a tragic end. Rafe attempts to flee, but is apprehended and brought to the police station where his brother Gabriel is undergoing interrogation. Simultaneously, Mulligan confronts Rafe, showcasing the brutal torture inflicted upon him in a bid to extract information about Phoenix and compel him to divulge crucial details. Gabe discovers the imminent threat of the city's destruction and resolves to relay a message to the leader. He arranges a meeting with the surviving resistance members and, upon learning that the individual supposedly knows access routes into the zone, they decide to introduce him to First. Gabe is escorted to Jane Doe, revealed to be number 1 and the leader of the city's resistance. Surprisingly, Jane addresses Gabe by name, leaving him bewildered. However, their meeting is abruptly interrupted by a police raid on the brothel, resulting in Jane's death. Subsequent investigations uncovered Jane's installation of listening devices, enabling her to record conversations with police officers, shedding light on the extent of her underground operations. During a briefing with the aliens, Mulligan reveals the identity of the Phoenix member who, upon learning of First's death, chose to end their own life prior to the invasion. It's disclosed that Jane, formerly a history teacher, had switched professions to clandestinely gather secret information. Her role as a teacher provided her with access to a wealth of knowledge and allowed her to discreetly collect intelligence vital to the Resistance's cause. Mulligan presents damning recordings from the brothel, revealing the police chief's active involvement in leaking secret information about the aliens. As captured Resistance members face deportation to alien mines, Mulligan's role in neutralizing the Chicago threat earns him the position of acting commissioner. In a later encounter with Gabe, Mulligan introduces a new notion. What if the uprising's failure was orchestrated? He hands Gabe a memory card, extracted from a phone once belonging to Jane. Upon viewing its contents the next day, Gabe discovers a video from a party held before his birth, featuring close family friends recording a message for him. Among them are Mulligan and Jane Doe, who had known Gabe's mother, alongside other members of Phoenix, raising questions about their intertwined pasts and potential motivations. As Mulligan proceeds to the Earth Control Center to meet with the legislators, the same invisible substance used in the stadium attack manifests on him, revealing his affiliation with the Resistance. It becomes apparent that Mulligan's inclusion in the plan was deliberate, as he infiltrates the main alien base with the intent to detonate an explosion. During the credits, a map displays the successful lifting of city blockades, indicating that the plan has succeeded. Subsequently, resistance efforts surge worldwide, marking the beginning of an active fight against the alien oppressors. Despite its classification as science fiction, the film delivers a realistic message about humanity's response to the threat of total occupation. Furthermore, the filmmakers draw inspiration from history, invoking Lenin's motto that a spark will kindle a flame. The film is rich in revolutionary stylistics, resembling a genuine political thriller, and highlights the potential for collective action and resistance in the face of tyranny. It's your turn to join the conversation. Drop a comment below and let me know what you thought of this mind-blowing scenario with the alien robots. And don't forget to share where you're watching from, whether you're in the bustling streets of New York City or enjoying the beautiful landscapes of Australia. Let's connect and celebrate our global community of sci-fi enthusiasts. Can't wait to hear your thoughts and see where you're tuning in from. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies and stay ready for any intergalactic surprises.